Ooh, here he is. He's like, don't worry, we're still making up for Blue Lock Season 2, baby. The only thing that's really a negative about Grandma is the fact that she wears too much clothes. I think it would be in everyone's best interest if she, like, added some aerodynamics to her wardrobe. If Turbo Granny gives him any sass going forward, I'm going to isekai myself. That's it. Give me the truck. Nuh-uh. I'm telling you, as much as I love Dandadan, if they keep up with Turbo Granny being who she is, I'm isekaiing myself and smacking her around. It was bad enough how ungrateful she was for Okarun being the nice gentleman he was. You're not going fast enough? Are you seriously telling me after she gets saved, he's holding her, protecting her from any lava? Turd nuggets. Not fat. Woohoo! She gonna get smacked. Make sure you drop a like, show your support, subscribe if you're new around here, and Patreon is where you'll catch my full live reactions. So, you know, entering this season, we ended last season, I heard a lot of hype about this arc. Given that I liked every episode up to that point, I thought to myself, yeah, it's going to be a good arc. No. If anything, the hype might have done it not enough justice, because this arc was so much better than anything that came before. The way they utilized the characters, the animation, the fights, the stakes, it felt like this would have been a good stopping point for a slightly longer season. You know how sometimes anime get maybe a 15, 16 episode season rather than your conventional like 12? It would have worked really well for this. And just overall, I just feel so satisfied. But also, like, I have so many questions. Like my boy Gigi, right? Like, obviously, they kind of put a band-aid right now on, like, his crazy form. But, like, what's that going to look like? Will it be more of a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde situation? I don't know. I mean, they gave me Best Grandma coming out swinging. Like, the funny thing is the Blue Lock jokes make and kind of write themselves. Because he's out here, like, dribbling a soccer ball. But then you got Granny with her baseball bat. You got the track and field guy running butt-ass naked. It's just like so many different sport analogies, man. It was fantastic. But overall, though, it just felt like everyone kind of got their time to shine. Like, this was absolutely Gigi's arc overall. But you can't deny, while they initially pushed our other characters away momentarily, they did pretty well with giving Okarun and Momo and the like their time to shine. And hell, they even gave me Best Grandma coming in swinging, saying, hey, my eyes aren't here, but you can keep looking. And anyway, I loved it. It just felt satisfying. Like, as much as I hate Turbo Granny, I'm glad she exists as a character, because she's that type of infuriating little mascot that you know is going to keep you riled up, but will make sure that the scenes are never boring. It's just, I truly, from the bottom of my heart, hate people like this so much, because so many of them exist, and they usually are the old people that just are like, why aren't you being faster? It's like, bitch, if you had to do this yourself, you'd be breaking a hip. How about you sit down before we put you in a worse retirement home? Anyway, I digress. So, the fight. Wow. The music was insane, man. Like, between Dr. Stone and Dandadan this week, the music is going hard this Thursday. But the animation, bro. Like, the way they were chasing and jumping and swinging and punching, it was... I don't know, like, this felt like a movie. It really did. Like, and once again, that's another thing. Like, this week's episode of Dr. Stone also felt like a movie. I don't know what's in the water today, but I'm kind of here for it. It's kind of funny, though, because, like, I've had, some strong opinions about this group, saying, like, hey, we worship giant sandworm thing. I put you on the same level of Scientology, to be honest. But, given their assumption of if we feed sacrifice, volcano don't go boom. Maybe they're like one notch above Scientology, but it's not like I respect them. I'm just like, I can maybe see where you're coming from, but you guys are still... You're feeding shit to a worm, bro. Like, nah. Just let the volcano go off at that point. Though I will admit, was it just me? Or was the intro to the episode oddly sexual? So, Momo's out here grabbing a giant worm. Some of the shots looked very phallus-oriented, and it ends up being she shoves it into a very small hole, and then she starts carrying it around as it spits up stuff. You know there's going to be at least one person who will get mad at that joke, because when Momo and Okarun were, like, naked on top of each other in the school, like, the midpoint of Season 1, I deadass had people unironically saying, stop making it weird. There was nothing weird about that scene. Terminally online virgins are an interesting beast, but I will die on the hill that they wanted to make that oddly sexual, because that's funny to me. But either way, where do we go from here? Like, obviously, we'll probably have the aftermath of what's going to happen with Gigi, but, like, what's going to be the next big arc? Because it did feel season finale-ish. We brought back all the characters that we've come to know and love as kind of like this Avengers Assemble moment. They nearly killed Okarun, which, you know, thank God they were, I guess, surrounded by the larva and stuff, because that's the only reason they survived. And it also doesn't feel like an ass pull, which normally a scene like that would, because the idea that in this episode they were literally using that same coating, which is ultimately what they were surrounded by, in order to put out the fires and stuff. So it makes total sense that they were able to survive. And I mean, bless Momo's heart, she was ready to go down there and she would have died 100%. Or got lost in the process, which then would have resulted in her death because she would have been coated in a bubble that would have only had a limited amount of air. But either way, Okarun be him. He didn't need to save that cat. He didn't need to save anyone. He could have just been on his merry way, but bless his heart. I mean, with the amount she bitched at him for not being fast enough and then getting stuck trying to help, the fact that when they opened up that larva-looking egg and he was just cradling her, Turbo Granny does not deserve Okarun's love, and you know damn well she will never improve her personality, and he'll still save her bitch ass time and time again. The best part, though, was unironically the hug scene. So they have fun with, like, the flirtatiousness of, like, him initially falling into her chest, and he's like, oh shit, there's some titties in my face. So he backs off only for her to then engage, saying, no, 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 it's my time for titties. And to be honest, they have that kind of, like, flirtatious teenage fun on top of just actually being emotionally sweet. And when you compare where these two started off in, like, the first 4, 5, 6 episodes to where they're at now by 15, I think we're at 15, 16. Either way, that's not a lot of time, but the transitions with their character has actually remained fairly normal for what we've known about both of them and their likes and dislikes and everything like that. I like their progression, man. I hope Dandadan will get a full adaptation, because this show absolutely deserves it, and the production team be cooking up a mighty mean dish. You let me know what you thought down below. I mean, number 1 moment, the hug scene. Number 2 moment, my hatred for Turbo Granny and her absolutely outlandish lines. And number 3, that fight, because you had Big Titty Grandma kicking ass and taking names, and honestly the music went fire. But you let me know yours down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, ring that bell, stay up to date on everything, and Patreon is where you catch my full live reactions and exclusives. Like, hey, I give video shoutouts to all my patrons. Alright, so today we got GR Vols, Zudang, Fozzie Wolf, and we also have Santra Galore. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and pick the people who you're going to say very carefully, because you may never stop hearing an earful from them. Have a good one.